One online lecture of the lecture series on science and engineering research leading to innovation, entrepreneurship, and scholarship, which is being organized jointly by CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, IEEE, PES, IES, PELS Hyderabad Joint Chapter, IEEE Guntur, and IEEE Anantapuramu subsections. This series is featuring talks by distinguished speakers on diverse topics to commemorate the contribution of scientists, researchers, technologists, and entrepreneurs as we celebrate Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav, the 75 years of Indian independence. I am Benia Zara Begum, project scientist at CSIR-IICT, your host for today's online lecture on sustainable plastic waste valorization. While plastic waste has, we know that plastic waste has while plastics has many valuable uses, we have become very much addicted to single use or disposable plastics. The gravity of pollution caused by plastic articles of everyday use, particularly those that have no utility beyond a few hours, is growing. Plastic waste is now ubiquitous. In 2018, India won praise globally for asserting on World Environment Day that it would eliminate all single-use plastic by 2022, a theme that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has stressed more than once. In a report made by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, which says about 34 lakh tons of plastic waste was generated in 2019-20. India has a staggering annual volume of plastic waste, of which only about 60% is recycled. To address the problem of plastic waste, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has notified the Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021 prohibiting identified single use of plastic items by 2022. Our today's invited speaker will share his unique idea to deal with plastic waste issues. My heartiest greetings to our invited speaker, Padma Shri Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, Coordinator, Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Environment Information System Resource Partner, Dean Extracurricular Activities and Professor of Department of Chemistry. For his contribution, he is often referred to as Plastic Man of India, who found an innovative way to utilize plastic waste and to make durable road. We formally begin today's session. I request Professor Y.V. Sivareddy, Chairman IEEE Anantapuramu section, to give his welcome address. Professor Y.V. Sivareddy, please.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good morning, all. Distinguished as speaker of today's event, Padma Shri Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan. Audible.
Professor, I'm not ready. I think Professor Srivari is muted. You have muted your mic. Professor Srivari, can you unmute your mic?
Yeah, sorry. So, thank you, madam, for your introduction. I welcome you all to this event on sustainable plastic waste valorization. Distinguished chief guest of today's event, Padma Shri Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan garu, who is, as madam pointed out, the Plastic Man of India, and he is also awarded with Dr. Abdul Kalam Innovation Governance Award and the prestigious Padma Shri Award for the work on plastic valorization. So we are very fortunate enough to have you on this panel, sir, delivering sustainable plastic waste valorization. And this is a lecture series being conducted in association with CSIR-IICT Hyderabad and the IEEE PLS chapter, Guntur subsection and Anantapuram subsection. And this is fifth in the series, and various topics were discussed earlier on different type topics. Now today we do have a very interesting one, plastics, and the title, as I'm seeing, plastics not to ban but to plan. We can't ban the plastic because it has creeped into nook and corner of the country or the world, to say, because even you found in, you can see in every village you will find this, and many of the automotives also are today using plastic. So plastic has become the order of the day. The only way to contain plastic is we need to recycle it. So as the title suggested, that sustainable plastic waste valorization is utmost important thing to be discussed in today's environment where we are using plastic. And the ill effects of plastic we are seeing every day, and because of the people are throwing the organic waste along with the plastic covers, and the cows are eating it. Not only cows, animals and even sea animals are also eating this, and this is becoming a great hazardous to the environment. So we need to stop all these things, and people like Sir Rajagopalan Vasudevan are showing us a direction towards it. So I thank Satyanarayana sir for arranging this lecture series. I also thank our PLS chapter chair, Harnath Reddy garu. Thank you very much, sir. Now I hand it over to Benias madam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Director and Head of the CSIR Indian Institute of Chemical Technology family, Dr. Srivari Shekhar, to give his opening remarks. Dr. Shekhar has made significant contributions in diverse areas of organic chemistry, with a special emphasis on chiral chemistry, total synthesis of biologically active natural products, and pharmaceutical products. He has received several accolades, including Vasvik Award in 2018, Eminent Scientist Award for contributions in the field of chemistry from Telangana State Government in 2017, CNR Rao National Prize for Chemical Research in 2012, CSIR Technology Award in 2014, and the most coveted Infosys Prize in Chemical Sciences for the year 2014 for his contributions in synthetic organic chemistry. I request Dr. Shekhar to give his opening remarks.
Dr. Beni has just a small difference from what the agenda is. Professor, I think our director had to leave suddenly, so he'll be joining during the course of the meeting. And at the same time, he has expressed his gratitude for you to accepting this invitation to be the invited speaker for this lecture series. IICT has also been working on plastic waste. So Dr. Lingaya and his group, they are working on converting plastics into waste plastics into pure. So he'll be joining during the course of with this few remarks. I hand it over to Dr. Benia.
Thank you, sir. Before opening the floor for today's much-awaited lecture, I request Dr. Ramanuj Narayan, Senior Principal Scientist, CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, and Dean of Chemical Sciences, ACSIR, to introduce our invited speaker, Padma Shri Professor Raj Gopalan Vasudevan. Dr. Narayan, please.
Thank you, Benias. Respected Dr. N.B. Satyanarayana, Padma Shri Professor Raj Gopalan, and Professor Reddy, and all my dear colleagues who are there in this important lecture series. How to introduce a great man, a great guru. It's very difficult to introduce to a person with such a multi-faceted personality, but as a formality we have to do it. So it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to all of you Padma Shri Professor Raj Gopalan Vasudevan. In what way you can define him? There is one very difficult to define with a single word: professor, or dean, or motivator, or innovator, or guru. I have seen in one of his TED talks, his philosophy of the life has been how to transform life is beautiful to life is useful. Similar way, he was also born explaining world is beautiful to world is useful. How this idea has come today, I will try to narrate, and I require little bit of time from Chairman Sir, that his story of excelling in life with a focus on one single research which has transformed the Indian rural population today, but tomorrow it is going to always transform the highway as well. This idea started in 2002 when Professor Vasudevan was watching television, and it is written in his biography, or the summary, whatever was been given by his college, famous college TCE. TCE is synonyms with Professor Vasudevan because the person who joined since beginning till today, he is serving to that college. So college is a focus, plastic is a focus, and any of his publication you see, any of the presentation you see, whatever he has written and whatever research program he led, that was only to plastic and how to make into road. And that is the devotion you have to learn from this great man. It was in 2002, Dr. Vasudevan led the first plastic road within the TC campus. It remains intact today. You can see the durability study is still going on. His interest in the subject began when he heard a doctor on TV program mistakenly saying plastic dissolved in water bodies and caused pollution. It set me thinking, after all, plastic raw material is petroleum only. I immediately came up to my lab and started mixing some waste plastic in heated bitumen tar, and then was born on this new idea. And today, government has awarded that the person with a perseverance, he has seen that how it can be really become useful today. And you have seen that with a highest fourth award, government has confirmed him. But he is not for award, he is much beyond the award. As his name itself says, Padma Shri Professor Raj Gopal Vasudevan, he is the Vasudev. He is Vasudev of road. Today he is termed as plastic roadman of India, but we should term is the Vasudev of the plastic utilization. And he had always seen that anything is not a waste. You can create wealth from the waste, and this journey is still continuing. One time, a very interesting aspect has come when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had visited his college, and that place also, he told him, please continue this. This is very useful for this country. And the Professor Vasudevan has stick to this. And today you have seen the patented technology on the plastic road construction. After this patent has come, it is also a story whether it has to be done in a product or process patent, but the patent officer suggested that you cannot go for product, you can go with process. And lot of company approached him, but no, he has dedicated this for the growth of the nation, development of the nation. This is the vision of this great man. Today, once you will see him, always there will be a Namo mark in his head, and you will not able to distinguish, is it a plastic man? He will not be into that format. He's a Sanskrit. You will always confuse that he's a Sanskrit Pandit, or he's a professor, or he's a teacher. Lot of things has gone into, but the message from his life is how to think, how to dedicate, and how to translate into your thinking of technology. How you are telling that he will be, because I always turn on behalf of CSIR-IICT, he is our guru. I do also work in the plastic, but the idea he generated, lot of plastic recycling is happening, but it is entirely different what thought Professor Vasudevan brought. The plastic recycling from the shredding, it is very difficult to multi-layer plastic recycling, but he is the master who has also shown that how multi-layered packaging can also be converted into useful product, and that is the innovation lies in this. All science, because application comes first, science comes later. You can have that how bitumen can be coated, how it will be heated. Professor will be explaining you. But as a formal introduction, Raj Gopal Vasudevan is an Indian scientist who has worked mainly in waste management. He is currently a professor in Tyagaraja College of Engineering. He developed an innovative method to reuse plastic waste to construct better, more durable, and very cost-effective roads. He thought up the idea of shredding plastic waste, mixing it with bitumen, and using the polymerized mix in road construction. This method will help in making road much faster and also will save environment from dangerous plastic waste. He also visited Mahatma School on 15 April 2008. The roads also show greater resistance to damage caused by heavy rains. His road construction method is now widely used to construct roads in rural India. 11 states with 5,000-kilometer road has been constructed so far by his innovative technology. He obtained his Bachelor of Science degree and MSc from the Madras University in 65 and 67. He also earned his PhD from the same university in 1974. Later in 75, he started his journey in the famous TCE College, and his research mainly deals with waste management, especially use of waste plastic for road and building constructions. It's time we stop seeing plastic as the enemy and turn it to our biggest resource. It is the saying of Professor Vasudevan. So we pay all our respect because he is not stopped so far. He is bringing the bitumen emulsion road. There is a big project going on his college so far, that bitumen emulsion road. It is also some experiment is going in Northeast as well. So I will end by saying Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So it's my pleasure to invite the Guru of Plastic, the Plastic Man of India, a great innovator and motivator to all of you. Thank you. Beniya?
Thank you, sir. Now I request our invited speaker, Padma Shri Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, to give his presentation. Professor Rajagopalan.
Yeah.
Sir, your mic is.
Are you able to hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Are you able to see turn your video also, so that we all can see you?
You are able to see the video also. PPT.
Sir, no, your video is off.
No, video is on.
Hello. For presentation, are you able to see?
Yes, sir. We are able to see your presentation. You are audible.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. From the start of your invitation and from getting your invitation letter, I'm thinking very high about the whole organization and the organizers all too. How beautifully they were organized. Now, I don't know how to thank Srivari, Shekhar, and Ramohan Narayan. What a great introduction. I don't know, I don't deserve any such of introduction, but I really submit myself to his introduction. Such a great introduction is given. It is a motivation for me. At this age, his introduction makes me to think more and more to do something useful to this country. Really very happy with this small, because with this small introduction, let me go to the subject, plastic. My favorite slogan is not to ban but to plan. And it's very important that I need to convey my pranams to my guru and my thanks to the support and encouragement given to my management. They are keeping me in service even after retirement. I retired in 2003. I am now 77. They keep me in the service. But was the service? But was their encouragement? I could not have done all the work. And the hard work put my real students of that Shekhar and Dr. Kanan and Chandra. It is because of them only, my guru's blessing, my management's sustained encouragement, my students' hard work. I am with you. And all this after all brought great learners to me. It's all because of them only. And you see here, in 2001, I had a great chance of meeting our late Abdul Kalam. What a great person he is. He told me on that day itself, you have touched the gold mine. You are going to be, this work is going to be a big work and you are going to be awarded. His vision in 2001 came true. In 2015, I could get a Shekhar award from the Prime Minister, from the Honorable Prime Minister. And 2018, from the King of Mewar, the award from Uday Singh Award, and Abdul Kalam Award, and 18 Padma Award. All these things are because of the hard work done by these people only. I am reaping it. In the process, we have developed patents, one patent for the road, one patent for the plaster. And my first patent has been converted into coding in 2013 itself to lay the road. And the government has also recognized my center as a center for plastic waste management and envis. So this is a honor again given by the government for this small work is doing at our level. So I start with my small introduction about me. Own your ownership is very important. A change in attitude is very important. Creations are made by God. God creates no waste, remember that. There cannot be any waste by the creation of God. It is only waste is man-made due to lack of understanding application. You know, Bhagavad Gita says, Sagayagya praja shushta puro vacha prajapatiki anena prashavashayatabhyasho ishtakamat. Man and biosphere exist in coordination, coexist. There's always a friendly atmosphere. Parasparam bhava in this era. And if you do right way of living, you have a better atmosphere and you have a, nature provides whatever you want. Nature becomes a kamadhenu, whatever you want. And you get everything. Therefore, it is only the attitudinal change that is important. Therefore, I will say three things. It is not reduce, recycle. It is more about rethinking. Waste becomes, I don't call anything waste. It is a resource. If you find out what for it is used. Simple example, plastic. I used to introduce myself. Yeah, waste becomes useful because of another waste. And that first waste is myself. And today, I've been given all the recognition because of the waste plastic. No, therefore I say it is not waste plastic. It is a resource. So service to sacrifice, that is a goal. So and as you think, so you become. This become the basic motivation in any of my work. Let us try to be useful to the society. Let us try to be useful to the surrounding. How best we can make ourselves useful. God creation is, there are 84 lakhs living beings. Only one is a human being. And the one man is an ambassador for the whole world. Then the world is that is the plant kingdom is a heart. And we need to try to help them on. There could not be any problem creation like global warming, etc. So let us understand our role and try to proceed further and see what has happened actually. The man-made problems are there. Nature gives you food, water, oxygen, medicine, chemicals, whatever you want. But man is always a greed and he disturbs. And that is an eco problem. And see here, man has given in return to earth garbage, sewage, carbon dioxide, sickness, total waste, metal scraps, concrete jungles, and so on. So we create only what we return in return we give to the mother is only negative aspects. Therefore, it is very important that we need to understand what we are, where we are, how we are. Managemental technique. It is not managemental technique, it is managemental technique. If you could have a better arrangement about thinking properly, how best I can be useful to the society, we will definitely get something useful. See here, before World War, since Ramayana, I could see about not less than 5 lakhs years, Ramayana, and then till then, people living in stable culture, family professionals there. There was no employment exchange, and enriched villages, always beautiful villages are there, healthy villages are there, and not much of pollution. But after the World War, what happens? Technology development, industrial centers develop, urban centers. So now here, you must also open your mind. Why the technology development? How the technology development? What is the need for all those things? A little amount of care about this understanding is very important. It would have improved your standard of living. Has it improved standard of life? Question is there. And some of the industries have started just to utilize the chemicals which were otherwise produced during the war. After the war, what they can do? They were converted into fertilizer, they got some material, and we have been compelled to use all those things. Ultimately, this is pollution. Therefore, the industry has given more of pollution, and that has also created demand for the wood, demand for the metal, demand for ceramics, adhesives, and manpower. People migrating from village to city for work, and the village is deserted. That has resulted in deforestation, loss of cultivation. Villages move to cities, loss of cultivation, culture, pollution of air, water, land, living condition of other animals are also disturbed. So the industrialization on the whole changed the whole. It's a revolution. Whether it is a positive revolution or negative revolution, you don't know. But definitely it has affected the world to a very great extent. Therefore, see here, the growth of industries. You got a city of nothing but concrete jungles. Dry, and all the water bodies are drying. Exploitation of natural resources, wood. Migration of people, village deserted, urban centers, pollution. And what happened? See here, what is your urban? You use Indian gas. You know what is the efficiency in Indian gas? It is just less around 50% only. And 50% gas is being wasted, converted to carbon dioxide unnecessarily. Nobody's bought support for the past 50 years. We are using the same cooker, same type. But the cooker efficiency is 50%. Can we not modify the cooker? Why we are not talking about that? If you would have changed the whole thing, 50% gas consumption can be reduced, pollution can be reduced. Please, we need to think differently. A toothpaste which you are using. If you use a toothpaste, what do? You split after some time, and that pollutes the water. The water hardness increases because of toothpaste only. We don't use biodegradable toothpaste. Most of them are containing inorganic materials. And nobody knows what toothpaste we are using. We just use some own reasons. And the toothbrush, we simply throw once in 3 months. How much of plastic? 80 grams of plastic throw the road. Can we not have a disposable head? That is again known for the need. We need to develop it. Fuels, already fossil fuel has increased because of industrial development, car, the automobile increased like anything. And water consumption increase, sewage, sewage system, sewage, water everywhere. And tire disposal becomes very bad. E-waste going on increasing. Concrete debris because of more and more of construction going on. We have to find a solution. Road scrap. You scrap the road and put it in some corner, lay the new road. All these things are problem. Now I'm saying all those things is you are going to see some of the problems being solved by a beautiful material called plastic. And see here, nature's law is deviated. Live in coordination, nature was Gita's message. Today, nature's law is deviated. So, God is very kind to give you a wonderful material called plastic. Remember that. I am giving very important information. It is a gift of God in 1950s to substitute your wood, your paper, your fiber, your metal, glass, materials, whatnot. Every day some new things are coming out. Our domestic materials have been converted to plastic. Our engineering materials have been converted to plastic. The consumption is very much reduced. So it is a gift of God through somebody, and then we are able to enjoy the pleasure of the plastic. The plastic is a friend. Therefore, remember that plastic is a poor man's friend. It is a poor man's need and common man's friend. If you go to village, if you go to hut, you see the chair is plastic. The mat is plastic, the bucket is plastic, the water content is plastic. They live in plastic because it is a cheaper material, better structural factor, and that's very important. And in one of the lectures, one common man came and asked me, "Can I take my food in a plastic carry bag because I'm affordable to do that?" So that is the importance of poor man's need, common man's friend. You can see from our ballpoint pen, everything plastic only. I used to advise people, why not use ink pen? You don't throw. But we use ballpoint pen every month, we throw and you throw on the road, and what happens? Accumulation of plastic, lakhs and lakhs of plastic. But at the same time, plastic, see, it has become, some of the parts of my car becomes plastic, so we save energy. Where plastic is being used for some purpose, carbon reduction takes place. And it is used for protecting surface, especially the COVID place, life saved, fuels is reduced, consumption reduced, water is stored for long duration, food is stored for the life period, the health, the shelf increase. Therefore, plastic is a very important material. Remember that. There's somebody just because condemning it, somebody saying something that let it, we are thinking our own self. You should not use the material. What is the negative aspect in the plastic? People say it is not biodegradable. Let it be. There are many things which are not biodegradable. God fixes time for each and everything. And if food cannot be living for a long time, it has to be decomposed. But a stone is not decomposed. Stone is not biodegradable. Stone is available. And you are able to construct your house and everything with stone because it's not biodegradable. Gold, jewelry, diamond, jewelry. Similarly, plastic, a wonderful material, which has got a beautiful bonding property, much better than cementing material. It can be used for not only for road, for many construction materials like plaster, roofing, corrosion-free rod, etc. So that's all possible because it has got a longer life. If it is a short life, you can use it. Therefore, the biodegradability is not a negative point; it's a positive point to be understood, which is a crowning point with respect to plastic. And see here, all plastic what you use, carry bag, polyethylene, polypropylene, milk jacket, food plate, polystyrene, foams, thermocool, laminated plastic. And as our Professor Raman said, the multi-layer cannot be recycled. It contains 3 layers, 5 layers, and so on. It can be only reused. And you see here how many materials you use today to like cup, carry bag, parcel cover, milk pouch, frame, foam, charcoal, chocolate variety, your safari cover, all these things day to day our material which is supported by the plastic. Why they go plastic? Why a chocolate is a plastic paper? Why a tablet is a plastic cover? It gives a life. It gives life for the material. So it is very important. So plastic is not a problem. By taking a plastic, you see, you are keeping a medicine in a plastic cover, or you take the medicine and the plastic is not affected. Neither the medicine nor the person. Plastic is not a poison. It is not a poison at all. So what is the worst problem? It's a man-made problem. You throw it just like that. Indiscriminate disposal of this material. Garbage culture is very poor. We don't so simply throw at different corners. Clogging, all those things are only because of our bad habits. That is the marine debris or canal clogging or municipal solid waste. 50 years back, municipal solid was used manure. Now it contains the plastic. How the plastic has gone there? It is only the domestic plastic is gone because you are not segregated properly. And when you use landfilling and incineration, both are wrong methods. So the problem starts only the human problem. It is only man-made problem. If you could rectify himself properly, then the whole problem is solved. See here, marine debris. Starting from cigarette butt, chocolate cover, bottle. All these things are, do you mean to say the sea animals are using these things? These are man-made, man, only. We the people throw it at different, and the most important material, the most important contamination seawater is cigarette butt. And cigarette butt is the only material which may decompose around 30 years. All other things will take 100, 200, 300, nothing, no problem. Let them be. The longer the life, better the material because it is not going to affect. Only if decompose is going to mix, the better it is not going to decompose, therefore it is not going to affect the content, the container and the content. The content is safe, and when the container is non-biodegradable. But what happened? We, the people, the manufacturers, market it. They are every day becoming newer product, marketing. The consumers uses it, doesn't know what to do, to dump it. And government collected, dump it. If that's the case, everybody, they don't do their work. Then what will happen? That will be collection of plastic only. That will be in some corner. And you say, it has order, so rise problem. This all who has created? The animal is taking the plastic mean put the food on the material. The animal doesn't come to take plastic. It comes to take the material that is present inside the plastic can and the carry bag. Inside the carry bag, who had put the food material? You have not care enough to take, wash it and put it. That way again, if the animal is disturbed, it is a man-made problem. So it is our plastic. It is our problem. Remember that. Therefore, this plastic we have used into very many end uses. We have developed plastic tar road. In 2002, since then we are laying the road. It is 15 years old. No pothole, no cracks. Roads are beautiful. No maintenance required. All these things because of the waste plastic being used here. How we explain later. The toilet or the plastone toilet, did you see there? It is just 2 hours we can construct it using plastone. Cost us 12,000 rupees. Where concrete comes 27,000 rupees. Cheaper. I use half a ton of plastic for this. And polypolymer modified bitumen for cold. For American, we have developed a new material because winter they have only completely spoiled the roads because of the snow. We have developed a new material for that using waste plastic. Therefore, plastic tar road, a specialty use of waste plastic, your carry bag, your metallized layer, a multi-layer material, your foams, all those things can teacups, everything can be used. You get a very good road. At the time, how much of plastic you are adding, your equal amount you can save the bitumen also, cost is less. Solid waste otherwise consume manure and it gives us job for the help self-help growth. And in this is what you see at every corner. And because our own bad culture has been there. But for me, what we need is just dry it, shred it and give it. No need to segregation. You can have all types of material. No clean required. Shedding alone is required. 2 mm to 4 mm. The machine is available. Put it, get it in, and you can get it. And there is no toxic gas evolution, no burning, nothing. Now we are going to use it. So this mixture, which is otherwise at every corner, can be dried and cut into small pieces, can be used for the road. See here, the aggregate stone is taken, the shredded plastic. You can see in my hand, I have the shredded plastic here. This is the shredded plastic. You can see here, this is a plastic waste collected from the municipal solid waste. You can just add this plastic waste over the aggregate, a required amount. At 40 degrees, it mixes and wonderfully compacted. You get a block like this. You see at my hand, I got a block. This is what is called a chip or a plastone block. This can withstand 300 tons load and structural strength very high. So wonderful substitute for structural material. This, why I'm showing this is plastic, you say it's a bad. No, it's a wonderful binder. This contains only stone and plastic, nothing else. And you are able to get a beautiful binder. The potential plastic is not just not only a container, the potential plastic is a wonderful binder. Remember that. So the plastic, what I do is take the plastic, take the stone, heat it to 170 degrees, add the plastic, coat it. When the stone is laminated, the laminated stone has a wonderful property like this. The property stone is actually improved by the plastic. The sound is sound effect, the nil soundness, nil moisture absorption, 0 watt, improved crushing value. So it becomes better. And here comes the technology, the patent technology of road made aggregate. The stone aggregate taken to 170 degree. And it is heated to 170 degree. Waste plastic, as I told you, shredded plastic. This is 2 mm to 4 mm. It is just added over the hot stone just in 30 seconds. 30 seconds only, it gets melted and coated. It is only melted, not decomposed, no gas war. It's only environmental friendly technique where it melts and coat and to the coated material, add the bitumen. Now immediately the bitumen is 160 temperature hot and mix it with the mixer and the lead. So take the aggregate, heat it, add the plastic, 30 seconds extra, mix it, add bitumen, mix it, lay the road. You can lay the road, no problem. This road is wonderful in many respects. I'm showing the technology here. The form, the first it is clean, it is shredded, the stone is heated, and calculate what the plastic is added, and then bitumen is added, the road is laid. And we have laid the road since 2002. And here I'm giving a slide where the multi-layer films have got a better value. Normally, the Marshall stability value for the road is 1000 kg, whereas the plastic road, it is 2000 kg. And if you have multi-layer, it is 2500 kg. That means the strength is doubled. So the road is wonderful. Today, you have vehicles not less than 8 wheels, 12 wheels, and 16 wheels. Heavy loads are taken. Only plastic road can withstand, but conventional road cannot withstand. Therefore, this is a modern road which is very important for the current transportation. And the condition is given here: temperature 170, shedding 2 to 4 mm, plastic thickness, films up to the maximum thickness of micron. All your carry bag, chocolate cover, biscuit cover, everything monolayer, multi-layer, metallized layer, film cups, everything can be used without any segregation. Dry it, cut it, and use it. Temperature 160 degree, road line 120 degree, rolling up around 80 degree. You can use mini hot dip pan or center dip pan. You can lay the road at the Himalayas. You can lay to Meghalaya. We have laid it to Kodaikanal. We have laid it to and all cold region and heavy rain region like Kerala. Everywhere the roads are wonderfully working. No, either because of water or the temperature, nothing affects this road. Effectively is going on. So this is a technique of how the principle is involved. The stone is coated with the plastic and bitumen mixed. The plastic and bitumen, they are similar in nature. They are homogeneous, they are compatible, and then diffuse together, and the interaction takes place, and that strength gives extra strength, and thereby bitumen is rich and the strength is important. Normally, particle is formed. When water is added, the bitumen peels off because water penetration. Whereas when you have a plastic coating over that bitumen, the water never enters. No question of peeling off, no question of particle formation. This has been very well tested under the various different conditions, and we give wonderful results. Still today, the life is good. See here, the plastic tar road. Strength increase, no pothole, rutting no, withstand heavy load, decrease. If you use one kilometer, for example, 1 kilometer road, single lane, if you use normally 10 tons bitumen you use, now we use only 9-10. 1 ton of plastic is used. 1 ton of plastic means 10 lakhs carry bag. In 1 kilometer single lane, I use 10 lakhs carry bags. Therefore, India has got 46 lakhs kilometers. Remember that. I will come to the point later on. Consider cost reduced. Therefore, if you can use 10 to 15% of plastic. As I told you, one kilometer needs 10 tons. I can use 9 tons of bitumen, 1 ton of plastic. You could go to maximum of 1.5 ton. And value addition to plastic now. 1 kilo plastic waste comes about 30 rupees. No maintenance. They are spending 3,000 crores for road maintenance every year. Now 15 years, plastic, no maintenance at all. No effect of UV. People will say, what has happened to microplastic? Nothing like that. Here, it after all, the bitumen is a black body and the plastic is just homogenized mixture and there is no decomposition. Even decomposition stays in the road, doesn't come out. No microplastic at all. Road quality is double. Cost is less, performance is good. And see here, what types of plastic is used? Multi-frame, no new machinery, no industry involvement, no granulation of plastic, just as it is, I use it. In situ process, eco-friendly, no gas, no gas, negative gas comes out. Very, very eco-friendly. Only stone is modified, not bitumen. And scraps are used, and show that. Scrap means already laid, you can scrap the road. 50% of the material, 50% current material. Mix these two, you lay the road. The cost is 50% reduced, and the road height is not changed. Wonderful technology. Now the Tamil Nadu government is trying to implement this technology also. Value addition to waste plastic, no need to landfilling and consideration, no need to segregation, cleaning. So India has got 46 lakhs kilometers. And if I want to use this plastic road for a 46 kilometers, what do you know? I need 200 lakh tons of plastic for road alone. India has got 5.6 billion only. Not even 10%, as you were mentioning, 40%, 60% for recycling, 40% littering. That even, not even 10% of what plastic I need for road. For Indian, not for me, for the Indian road to make this better. Once, for example, even the rural road, which is about 25 lakh, if you convert them to plastic road, they become the smart city, the automatically smart villages. And that will give 24 lakhs means I need 100 lakhs tons of plastic. We don't have plastic at all. What we have is minimum only. And we have already gone. Plastic required 20 million, bitumen requires saved 20 million. The amount saved is 1,000 billion. And carbon dioxide. If I try to burn a plastic, each kilo gives 3 kilos of carbon dioxide. I don't burn. I use it for construction of road. So it is in a way eco-friendly in that respect. Therefore, very important technology, very useful technology, and at the same time, environment-friendly technology. Therefore, many countries have already taken this technology. We have already laid 2 lakhs kilometers in India. 2 lakhs, not 5,000. 2 lakhs kilometers already laid. Presently, the Indian border roads, 19 border road divisions are laying plastic road. And our Prime Minister said, Honorable Prime Minister said, here, highways will be laid in plastic road, rural roads will be laid in plastic road. So no problem. Our highways, DRD corporations are doing in many countries. We have laid road in Bhutan, but they say the performance is wonderful. We have constant contact. Indonesia has sent MOU. Many people are looking. For years, they offered me $300 million for this technology. I said, I don't want your money. I'm going to give my technology to my country freely, and that is what I am doing presently. Many industries are also now using this material. We are using the industry for laying the road, not on the road, for using the waste material. I met our Prime Minister in October 2nd and 2015 when he awarded me Tech Icon. I told him, sir, this is the case. He said, I know about it, I will implement it. I said, I talked to him on October 2nd. November 9th, he released the communication. Here are the plastic road will be laid. That is the waste. So thank God. Now we go to the next aspect, plastone. the plastic stone and plastic. Now, incident I told you, I showed you plastic can be acted as a binder. Now I am trying to convert into a very important material by modifying the percentage of plastic use, type of plastic use, and size of the plastic shredded use. And this stone and plastic at a particular temperature, heated and compressed, stirred properly, but we get a very hard material called stone. And this needs no sand, no cement, no water, no adhesive, no bitumen. Uses waste plastic only. All low-grade stones, ceramic waste, your toilet waste, your bathroom waste, concrete debris, all those things beautifully converted into beautiful tiles. You can see on the side of the slide itself, and you can see here the toys of the children's toys have been converted to plastone block. Now, presently, we are working on this direction also. Therefore, wonderful material, structural material, and this can be used for. See, I'm just showing what are the steps involved in the plastone making, how it is done, and the quality of the plastone blocks. Its compression strength is good, bending strength is good, and split tensile strength is good, water absorption reduced, abrasion is good, and shows that it can be used for very many purposes. Here is one application that is called our toilet. And here I use limestone, lime powder, fly ash, e-waste, rubber waste, red oxide, very many industrial waste we try to use in the plastone. And we use the blocks to 1 by 2 by 1 and construct a toilet. As I told you, just costs about 12,000 rupees. 2 hours the time taken to construct it. Very useful. India is planning 2 crores of toilet. If they use this technology, we need 1 crore tons of plastic. Where is it? There is no plastic available. See, not only that, the same plastone is used for pathway block, favor block, water canal lining, compound wall, and lawn for houses, bricks, hollow bricks you have prepared, and rail sleepers, portable speed breakers, tabletops, plastone tile, anything you mentioned, any you name it, I will get this process, because God has showed a beautiful technology by we can now this is a beautiful substitute for our normal construction. You use cement, water, and stone, and now here you don't need cement, you don't need water, you need only waste plastic, which is in abundance, which is a granite waste, and our ceramic waste. All those waste only are used, and using the beautiful property of plastic made into a useful product. So road needs 10 million, private blocks approximately just put some say, and private blocks 2.2 million, toilets to 10 million, and so much, but I have only 0.3 million plastic only. I need 32 million, 25 millions of plastic. I need only not even 10 million. Very small plastics available. And if you use all those things, we can save the environment from the carbon dioxide also. So available plastic in India is very much insufficient. And in addition to that, we use this plastic, as I told you, scrap. Use the existing material which is scrapped 50%, and the quarry is used, the bitumen is used, fresh material, primer coated material taken, 50%, and mix these two. You get a beautiful road, and the road life is 15 years. You have already laid in highways this road, and it comes out very successful, and cost-wise we reduce, environment friendly, road height is not increased, and it is very safe in many respects. And we have developed polymer modified bitumen, which is a cold process. Even at 0 degree, we can lay the road, nothing will happen. We have developed roofing sheets, which can withstand 3 years, heavy rain, and corrosion-free rod. Again, everything with the same plastic weight. The rod can be converted into corrosion-free by heat treatment, and the bitumen we have developed. And so, therefore, remember that. What is the relook is necessary in polymer industry? Rethink about forests. But therefore, more reclaiming, rethinking is important. Good garbage culture is important. Proper collection of waste is important. Segregation at source is important. Reuse of waste is important. We are forgetting about all those things. Ban. No. But of course, we need to develop. The science is always for development. Non-toxic plastics to be developed. Inbuilt decomposers to be developed. And we are asking what a multi-packet is, multi-layers, and biodecomposed material is also we're doing. And we are working at the toothpaste with the 2 head, with the disposable head. Also we are doing. So that is possible, no problem. And remember, here here comes COVID, which is, I would look at a different direction. And the COVID has made plastic come back the bang. Because we need to have PPE, we need to have gloves, we need to have mouthwash, we need to have CP, all those things, plastic one day. So again, plastic becomes very, where to go, how to dispose it. This again, dispose the waste plastic, very important. Here is the technique available, no problem. You can solve all the problem also. But one thing, one lesson we have to learn is, what has happened during the COVID? Factories are closed, transport was stopped, man was put under arrest, house arrest. So what about why? These are the three people who create the problem. Factories gave all the unwanted gases and transport gives carbon dioxide. Man is responsible for all those things. All the three have been put under rest as well as arrest. And now this is what happened. The environment improved. Less air pollution, river pollution, and therefore this is a warning God has given through COVID. We read about the thing. Therefore. And this is what we need, Plastic is more useful before, plastic is useful after also. And this is the garbage culture is problem. That's what I showed this slide here. And say no to plastic pollution, but say yes to plastic. And the plastic is available in every form. As I told you, it's socially important, friend in need. It is used social, solid waste improvement, management, economically viable. Industries, many industries are surviving, scientifically successful, and the GDP is improved. Growth of the industries are very much increasing. All these things to the plastic only. But remember, one property of the plastic. I have taken only one property. That property is a binder. It is used to convert a road of different kinds, rainy road, forest region, cold region, etc., etc. And similarly, it converts to tiles, top tabletop, hollow block, so many varieties. So only one property. Plastic has got many properties. It can be converted to fuel. It can be converted into many chemicals also. So there is nothing wrong about the plastic. Like, it is a wonderful resource, and let us use it for construction. Let us use it for many, many purposes. Probably God has given me, because of that, the award like Plastic Man of India and Takaiko and Padma Shri, all those things for finding out the good purpose of the material only. So made in India. I feel proud to say it is made in India. Many people came. India has made. Yes, we have brought the technology. The other countries are demanding now the technology from me. Plastic tar road, plastone, polymer, modified bitumen, corrosion resistant tar, all the roofing, all those things. We are proud to say that we have made, we India. And remember, the circular economy, people talk more about circular economy. Let them industries understood. They think only they are working on a linear technology. Produce it, market it, forget it. Let it not be linear. Let it be a cyclic process. They must understand the products should be eco-friendly. They must understand products to be properly disposed, for which they must also play a very important role. They must use the payback system, and government also given CSIR-IICT. Use it. They must be sincere in using it. They are part and parcel of society one day. They must think about it also. And of course, domestic people, awareness to be created. People see. I can see the common man is always very helpful in this process. But the so-called educated people only create more problem, according to my observation. Industry, as I told you, should come forward. Government should take it. Government already gave a notification, but not being implemented properly by the bureaucrats. That's very important. See here, I want to say, summarize about my whole thought here. Nothing is waste. What is having? When you see the peacock feather, you will remember Krishna. When you see the flute, you will see that you will remember Krishna. These two materials, peacock, it is very attractive, but not very useful. But Krishna made it useful by keeping his crown. And when you see that, it shows now Krishna, the most useless material become most revered material, Sri Krishna. Not only that, that gives a wonderful philosophy. It looks beautiful, but it is only diffraction, because the diffraction is beautiful. Actually, it is brown. So the world is very attractive, but you should not be carried away by the world. Try to understand what is important, how you can be useful to society. That is very important. Think about it. Similarly, the flute is a wooden hollow wooden tube which was useless. But Krishna put it 7 holes and 2 holes and this and that. On the holes are 9 holes. Man has got 9 holes. It's a representation of man. The man, if he, the 9 holes, if it is used by Lord Krishna, he will be used. The music that brings out will be wonderful. That is, make Krishna to play you. What do you mean by that? Follow Krishna. Follow Krishna's advice. Follow Krishna's Bhagavad Gita. You will really understand the way how the life is important, how the life is beautiful, how service is important. So let us understand nothing is waste in the world. So that is Krishna's message. And let us try to understand the potential waste of every material. We have done a lot of work in this direction. We have used films transformed for road blocks, etc. We have used seeds available nearby to biodiesel. Weeds from sea, we have converted alginate, a medicine for an organic waste, for manure. What the waste rubber, we have modified bitumen, slag, ceramics, or construction material. So we have done, and what I say is, it is innovation and not innovation. Indian way of doing innovation is called innovation. I want to do innovation and not innovation. I am not interested in that is what you call the prize which was awarded yesterday, Nobel Prize. I am interested. Common man's appreciation. You should reach a common man. Here's the material which is very useful. That is important, very important. Therefore, I say, God's blessing is plastic. Man created waste plastic due to his carelessness and carelessness. Man's exploitation of nature affected environment. World faces problem. Can we escape? No. God creation cannot be waste. Don't try to escape a problem. Solutions are many. Think differently. Enlighten yourself to escape from the dark road. Conquer your mind. Be a friend to you and to your world. You play to move. Many things have to be. So I can list out. In fact, I have not shown any of the small innovation which you had wonderful. Mainly because of the simple man around me. They show me many things like that. So we can very well do. So involvement of individual, institute, industry, government, everything is important to create garbage culture. Ultimately, I put the problem only, it is not the plastic problem, it is a human problem. Human garbage culture is the problem. Human behavior is the problem. Whenever anybody comes to my room, I give them 2 chocolate and I observe what they do. I kept 2 dustbin on the table itself. He say, on the table, there's not even bent themselves. They take the chocolate and keep the cursor paper and keep it on the table. They never use the dustbin. This is culture. Let us change ourselves. Let us understand. Let us serve the God as He pleases. So they serve the world also. So God gives a chance to change. Let us understand the chance and try to be Indian, buy Indian, and buy Indian. And achieve standard of life through the right way of living. That is very important. So here see, reality is, the man rides plastic band. He wears plastic dress. He wears plastic cap. His brush is plastic. His board is plastic. His paint is plastic. The writing board is plastic. And stand is plastic. He rides plastic band. How funny it is. Let us think. That is all talking like this only. We write band plastic and a ballpoint pen. What do you mean by that? This is what we are doing. Please remember the reality and try to understand. An auto rickshaw at my place, Madurai, he wrote on the back side of the auto, don't throw plastic on road, use plastic for road. Don't throw plastic on road, use for road. When an auto rickshaw man can able to understand a simple message, why not we? Krishna says, Sagayagya Pajasutta Purovata Pajapati, Anena Pashavitum Yashu Istakamadu. Devan Bhave De Devo Bhavayantaha. Parasparam Bhavayantaha Shekhar. This is a message for all of us. Let us live in quarter with the nature. Let us not disturb the environment. Let us every minute let us think, are we interfering the environment? If you have such an awareness, definitely the world will be better, India will be better, our place will be better. Let us start to understand the ethics positively. Feel proud to be Indian, think differently, face a challenge. And that is, I thank all the people who have helped me in the growth of myself in various occasions. And Brahma created plastic. Shiva fixed the date for the decomposed long one. As I told you, it's very important because it is a long one, can be used for very purposes. Vishnu showed me the technology for road, plastone, and so many things. And I put my founder photo here. because one man, Tyagaraja Chettiar, he started the engineering college in 1957. Now more than 25,000 students have studied, and then families and throughout the world they are distributed. And when I get a Padma Shri, the maximum congratulations was by me, because all these people, they send a communication to me. So that is the greatness of the Chettiar. He said one man thought has created 25,000 engineers to serve the world. So that is very important. We let us pray Meenakshi to bless us for a better India and better world. Thank you very much. We are definitely man, universe, absolute is a combination. Man works with the universe in the presence of absolute, so that a unification comes. That unification is called a pradava. That is the best way of living. Thank you very much. I hope you would enjoy. Haribo.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you still today have very high spirits and high energy. I would like to pick only one statement from your presentation. Nothing is waste. It depends one's potential to understand its potential.
Yes,
sir,
yes.
We salute your potential today. And now we will take queries from the audience. I request YouTube attendees to post their queries in the chat section available. However, those who have joined us through MS Team, they can raise their hands. We will take questions one by one. Professor Vasudevan, kindly switch on your camera. All of us want to see you.
No, the camera is open.
Sir, your system camera, your slides are visible, but you are not visible.
Not visible, Garara.
Yes. Turn on the camera, sir.
No, you have to unshare your presentation. If you unshare your presentation, then
இது வேண்டாமா என்ன பார்க்கணுமா ஃபுல்லா வரணுமா ஃபுல்லா போடு ஹலோ are you able to see? Are you able to see?
Yes sir. Yes
thank you very much sir. Thank you. Not audible.
Audible sir.
Sir, Dr. Ramanoj Narayan, he will ask a question to you.
Please.
Such a nice presentation, sir. I compliment, and lot of research area has given to us with your all presentation, whatever you have shown, and lot of learning today, sir. Thank to you and grateful to you for such a wonderful explanation of plastic use. My first I will try to go to your plastone. That plastone, whatever you are telling that you have made for toilets and roofing seats and everything. That place, I was thinking, sir, why not this plastone can also be used for making the concrete roofing?
Yes. Hello. The government is asking me to use this for low-cost house construction.
Yes, sir.
We are planning for that. So, and this plastone are bullet free. At the same time, they are earthquake withstanding power. Therefore, they want to have this for low cost construction. We are planning structures for that also.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, sir, because with little bit modification of that concrete coated with plastone and little bit of some binding ability can increase, so it can easily bind to cement.
It is very successful. We are doing it. It is successful. We are only extending it.
Yeah.
We have done already a model for that.
A second point, sir, that since this road is very durable in rain and all the conditions, why not the pothole repair material, which can be fast setting, this plastone can be useful there, so they can repair the road with a very fast setting mixture made out of this, that any pothole repair.
No, we have a separate mixture for the pothole filling. Pothole filling, instead they can also make a polymer mixture, and that can be used for the pothole filling, which will long last. That is it. We have a separate technique for the pothole filling also.
Yeah.
See,
Very nice.
using plastic on the road, it will have a more rigidity.
Yeah.
Bitumen road has got a flexibility that is very important for transportation. Whereas for the pothole, we have a different composition for that separately, which will give them for laying the filling the pothole. No problem.
Yes. Actually, sir, last time I visited that one Bitcam company there in Assam, and they were raiding some around 30-35 kilometer road made with bitumen emulsion, and that was also giving the same durability. That bitumen emulsion road I have visited personally, sir, that place. Bitumen emulsion road. One company is there in Assam, and now already your college is running a big program of bitumen emulsion. So that will be a very great future for our country, sir. Thank you, sir. Such a nice thing. A lot of learning today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramanuj. Now we'll take a question from Fatima. Yes, please, Fatima. Fatima, are you there? Okay, we have, sir, some appreciative words from an YouTube attendee. Excellent lecture, sir. Thank you. Now we'll take a question from Dr. N.V. Satyanarayana.
I think all I can do is, say hats off. I don't wear a hat, but then hats off. I want a solution from you. We have, a problem in coal mines, and they have been asking us to find a solution. So they have, huge amount of what they call overburden. So for every kg of coal that is mined, you have an overburden of 3 times that size.
I'm not able to follow you properly. It's not clear.
In coal mines, there's a problem with what is known as overburden. Okay? Waste material that comes after removing the coal. So this is typically 3 to 4 times the actual amount of coal that is mined. What they do is, and India is now having about 700 million tons of coal we are producing annually. So what it actually means is about 2,000 million tons of overburden material is being produced. What they do is they actually dump it. The problem is, how long will you keep dumping? Okay, so they wanted to see if there can be a solution. So this one solution is, they said it can be used as a sand. So it can be converted into a sand. Okay. Another avenue, after listening to your talk is, can we have this plastic material? I don't know whether you have tested it or not. Can we mix it with overburden, some plastic waste, and then come out with maybe a road construction material or something? So this is something that we need to test.
As I told you, the potential of the material, if you know, we will try to find out how it gets. Therefore, you send the material to me. Okay. You send sample, I will try to find out how best we can try to find out use with the blessings of God. God will show us. We will always, when we are sincere, He will show how best we can do. Definitely, we need to find out solutions. As I told you, nothing is waste. Everything should be used properly. We can please send the samples, sir. We will try to do the work. Thank you, sir.
And also continuing on that, one other way of trying to solve this is they want to have a layer put on top of this overburden so that it doesn't, the dust and other things don't go off. So maybe they are
using in the alternative sand. They are trying to look into it. We'll find out because there are certain different properties respect to coal powder and this one. We'll see. You send a sample to it. We will find out for various uses. We will find out. Where it fits in, we will try to find out slowly. That's a possibility. Definitely, so we can do. It's not a. So, as I told you, it will be done. We will do it by God's grace.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Satya.
Dr.
Dr. Pavluri.
Dr. Pavluri, sir.
Sir, Sir, thank you very much. It's a highly informative talk. Namaskar. Thanks so much. Sir, I have a common general question. Is there any possibility to get toxic gases coming out from the road? Because this road is exposed to the open area.
No, because we work only on 150, 170 degrees. Toxic gas, see what I use is polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene. These three cannot produce this gas, first of all. And whatever they produce only at 28 degree. That is only hydrocarbons they will come out. The hydrocarbons, again, when we go beyond 70 degree, it is burned. We don't go to the range at all. We work under 170 degree, no toxic gas comes out. And we don't use PVC, which may sometimes, rarely, because other condition may give some toxic gas. Even that is very much ruled out. Therefore, because that is a separate topic I would like to discuss. People talk about microplastics, people talk about toxic gases, people talk about plastics, all these things. People magnify something, but actually when we come to the use, it is the time-bound material. All the problems are not there. If we keep water in a bottle for a day or two, nothing is going to happen. People will say the plastic will dissolve, all the plastic will go to your river and your stomach will. No, nothing of the sort. Because plastic decomposes takes place 500 years. How the plastic bottle, the water can affect. So this is something like the people, they are giving their own imagination. Therefore, no problem. No, with respect to the road, no toxic gas, very environmentally, very much friendly, no problem.
Places like Rajasthan, where the temperature goes very high on the road because it is exposed to the open area.
Yes.
So the temperature of environment is little higher on the road.
What may be the expected temperature, you think?
Maybe around 50 degrees around.
50. Plastic melts only at 150. 55 is not a temperature for that also. In fact, it is advantage here. The normal bitumen if you use, there is bleeding at 50 degree. That bleeding affects the transportation. Whereas plastic road, you don't have bleeding even up to 55 degree. Therefore, it improves the quality of the road. No, but at the same time, now no question of any gas coming or burning, nothing like that. Because remember, what I use, 1 kilo stone, 45 grams of bitumen, 5 grams of plastic. Remember the ratio. 1000 grams stone, 45 grams of bitumen, 5 grams of plastic. That 5 grams are such a wonderful aspect with respect to the road. So no problem.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Pavluri. Now I request if anyone in the audience, they want to put up any questions.
Beniar, there is a comment for sir in the meeting chat, okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the impact of his lecture, you can understand. Very informative session, sir. Thank you, sir. Say no to plastic pollution and yes to plastic. Okay, that is a comment given by one person.
I say use more plastic, give me for road.
Yeah. So that is the impact, sir, you have given. And sir, Satnarayan, sir, I request that sir has to come in person to IICT. Okay, whenever.
Sure, Dr. Ramanuj Narayan will consider this and will arrange a physical visit of Professor Vasudevan to our campus. And there is another words of appreciation from Nilambaram. Excellent talk, sir. I am motivated by this one word, ban plastic to plan plastic. There are some more here. I think it's maybe this. Yes, Kashmiri Bora. Thank you for such an informative session, sir. We as students got very much motivated from your work.
Thank you.
Anyone from the MS teams, they want to ask question? Dr. NVS, do you have any questions?
I think, Professor Vasudevan has solutions for everything. So there are no questions, only solutions.
Okay. Now I request Dr. NV Satyanarayana to give his concluding remarks.
Sir, I think, we are all flabbergasted. We do not know what to say. Okay. So all the while we have been planning, we found a very, very convenient way of saying things the world, a very convenient way of pushing blame to something else. But then the point is, it is if we are actually polluting the environment, it is we, not the plastics. The poor plastic did not have any feelings. They do not have any emotions. They are only there only to serve you. That's what the philosophy of the talk. Okay. So it all depends on how well we can use it. So you can use them, okay, but then don't let them. They can be used again and again, recycled again and again. So they'll be your slave, they'll be your servant, they'll always be with you. So that's the philosophy of the talk that you have. Let me thank Benias for finding such a wonderful resource person for this talk. I think your talk is hugely inspiring, and these talk will be available on YouTube. I'm sure that in no time this will your talk will go viral, and everyone will be benefited and get motivated with your talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hari
Dr.
Om, Hari Om.
Satyanarayana, for your concluding remarks. Now, I would like to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I am grateful to Padma Shri Professor Raj Gopalan Vasudevan for accepting our request to be the invited speaker of the LS series. We all are delighted and honored to have you today for the lecture. My personal acknowledgement to you, sir. When we started preparing the list of invited speakers, I found that something was missing from my list. And the very next day in the morning, early morning, I SMS WhatsApp a message, sir. We want to have two other people in this forum. The first one is Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, and the next one is Dr. Abhishek, who has come out with an innovative technology, drone technology from IIT Kanpur. And both of you are there who is sharing this platform with us. Thanks to you, sir. My personal acknowledgement to you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
God bless you. God bless you.
Your talk, Sustainable Plastic Waste Valorization, is very interesting. The lecture not only highlights problems but also leads to the solutions to help convert plastic waste to durable roads. As a solution for creating good roads on one hand and providing sustainable technology to treat plastic waste on the other hand. I would like to thank to each and every one of you who have joined us today through MS Teams, YouTube, and Facebook. The idea of having this lecture series is to commemorate the contributions of Dr. N.V. Satyanarayana, Chief Scientist and Head Energy and Environment Engineering, who is superannuating this month. For placing LS series on such a big pedestal, I thank IEEE PES Hyderabad Joint Chapter Section, IEEE Guntur, IEEE Anantapuramu subsections for their spontaneous support. Let me take this opportunity to thank Professor Harinath Reddy, Professor Y.V. Sivareddy, Professor Lalita, the chairpersons of the three sections of IEEE. I express my gratitude to Dr. S. Chandra Shekhar, Director CSIR Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, for his support and encouragement to organize the lecture series. I also thank the organizing committee members, Dr. A.G. Rao, Dr. Venkat Mohan, and Dr. Chandra Shekharam of my institute for their guidance. I thank my fellow colleague, Shri Raghu Narayana, for his effort and time in preparing the groundwork for hosting the LS series webpage developed by me on CSIR-IICT website. I thank Mr. Radhakrishna, who heads our computer center, and his team for making the lecture available on MS Team, YouTube, and Facebook platform. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for joining us for this lecture. I think we will have more queries through email and hope you will be responding them all.
Definitely. Please send them. I will immediately respond. No problem.
Yes. One announcement is there for the next upcoming lecture. Most of us have already noticed in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, one ad campaign, Bitcoin Liya Kya. The 6th lecture series is on 11th October This lecture is on National Strategy on Blockchain Technology by Dr. B.K. Murthy, Senior Director and Group Head R&D in IT, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. I request you all to join for the 6th lecture on 11th October at 11 a.m. Thank you, sir.
Namaskar. Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I'm leaving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thanks.
giving your valuable time to us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.